Annika. We have a new student here. The demo today is going to be in charcoal. We'll do charcoal for the next, is next week October? It'll be October by next week. So next week we're going to move to ink for all of our lessons. Because ink is Inktober. That's a kind of big art thing. So we'll be working with ink. But of course, and today's lesson will be charcoal. But of course, you can do these lessons in pencil. You can do these lessons with whatever you've got. Sandra is going to be working on pastel. Diana, if she does it, will probably do it in acrylic paint. So I'm going to remind everybody, because we have a new person here, how to do this lesson in pencil if you want to, but the demo will be in charcoal. And then next time we meet, our demos will be in ink. And I also wanted to let you guys know that there will be 3 beginning classes held the first week of October. The first full week of October. So the 5th through the 12th, there's going to be 3 beginning classes. So for anybody who wants to jump in and get some background, I'll be walking through the gridding process. I'll be doing a lesson on, there's an upside down drawing we do that's absolutely fun. I may do the lily lesson again if I have enough people who haven't done it. But there will be 3 beginning lessons, at least 2 in your time zone between October 5th and the 12th. So I'll send more details about that next week, but those are really designed to capture people who haven't done this before and catch them up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think they're gonna love. I think you'll love them, and thank Reuters, because Reuters paid for 3 extra classes that week.
Oh.
The other thing that's happening is we're having a student show, right, that week on October 5th through the 12th. So I'm busy putting the galleries together. I'm doing some interviews with employees, so you'll be able to see live videotaped interviews looping next to each gallery. There is going to be a different show. We have about 150 submissions. So there is going to be a different show. And I don't know if you got this, but if you want to send something to the student show, you totally should. So if you have pieces, drawings or paintings that you like, have your mom or your dad email them to me after class, okay? And we'll put them in if you want to. So there's a lot going on, and this is coinciding with Mental Health Week. So really the truth is that these classes are as much about mental health as anything else. Hi, Rashmi. Hi, Rashmi.
Hi.
So that is the big news. I will get more information out to your coordinators next week. But I'm really excited about all the extra opportunities that will be available for the year. And I'm talking right now to Reuters about signing the contract for next year. So that is definitely happening. We'll talk more about that as well. And hopefully it'll kind of stay at the same schedule unless we get a lot more clients, then we can add more classes. So anyway, there's a lot to do. Okay, so let's go, hang on here.
I have a question, Leah.
What's that?
This cat, whose cat is it?
This is Olga's cat, Smurfa.
Oh, okay, cool.
Olga, tell us about Smurfa.
She's like, she's living at my... What, sorry? Yeah, so this cat, she's living with my parents in Kiev, and it's actually a very special cat. She's like 3 or 4 years old. And this cat came from war in Ukraine because she was living there on that part of Ukraine. And my brother took her. He saved this cat and brought to my parents' house. And now she's like happily living there, and she's like very, very cute. And that's why her name is like Smurfa, because she's like so cute and she's like smurf. So yeah.
Oh,
great picture. Thank you.
It's a great picture, which is why I loved it. Lots of contrast, which we'll talk about in a second. Oh, Annika, if you could, do you have WhatsApp?
I started it. I never used it before, so I just installed it right now, and that's all I did.
Okay, so what you need to do is I'm going to type in the chat screen right now. Hi, Lisa.
Hi.
This is my phone number. you need to add me as a contact and send me a message, and then I can add you. I'm sending in the chat screen. It's going to everyone, but you all should see it. So go ahead and add me in the chat screen, and then Annika, we can deliver that stuff. So, and then I can deliver that stuff to you. Okay, hang on. Who do I have here? Hang on. I've got Olga, Diana, Claudia, Natalia.
I missed it.
Here, you can click on the chat button at the bottom and it'll come back up. Can you see it now?
No, hold on. It wants me to access all my contacts and I don't want it to. But do I have to?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the only way we can deliver lessons to each other. And it's a great
I don't want to have too many apps like that. But so now I have all my contacts here and everything, which I didn't want. And then new contact.
Yeah, you need to do a new contact. And I need you, Annika, to do this and let me start one of the reasons I'm having you do this is so I can start the lesson. Hold on. I'm trying to get everybody. Let me get everybody in here. Rashmi, Lisa Ard, Edie. I think I have everyone here. Okay. Yeah, and take your time doing it. I can add you in anytime to this group.
Yeah. But I don't know where your phone number went to.
You need to click on the chat screen. It's
Okay.
Yeah, they're on the Zoom group chat. There we go.
Sorry, I got it. Yeah.
September. All right, cool. Annika, do you want to tell it where are you zooming in from?
I am in Norco. It's outside of Los Angeles. It's in Riverside, and it's a place where most people have horses, so it's very rural.
Oh, cool.
Have you been threatened by wildfires? Has it been crazy there?
It hasn't. The air has been kind of bad, and we kind of noticed the bobcat fire, but nothing bad at this point. No.
Okay, great.
If you hear noises, it's my cat and my dog playing.
That's fine. All right, so Annika, if you can send me a contact request, I can connect with you. All right. And just to show you guys what we're going to be working on today. Where is it? Give me a second. Smurfa. We're going to be working on Smurfa Cat. I'll start, of course, as always, with a black and white drawing, and you'll watch me here. Hold on. We're going to do this one. The remarkable Smurfa Cat.
Oh, I'm calling you. I wasn't supposed to be calling you.
Oh, that's okay. I got it. I think I got it. Let me
okay.
All right. Actually, do I have you now? Can I grab you as a contact? Okay, I think I can grab you as a contact. Yes.
Sorry about this.
No, that's okay. Okay. Ugh, give me a second, guys. Sorry, it's taken so long to get into the lesson today. Okay. So now I'm going to get you into our group. We have a group. Yeah, chats. No. Okay, almost there, guys. Sorry. Thanks for your patience. Takes a village. Okay, so this is Smurfa.
Yeah. I got you.
So this is Smurfa Cat. So I'm going to send a picture. So now, Annika, you're connected to this group. I'm going to send you guys a picture of what we'll be working on in black and white. Let's pull the share down. Okay, and now the last thing I'm going to do is, as usual, jump on the Zoom call on my cell phone. So I can set that up and do the demo for you. Let's see.
I am on the Zoom call, right?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
We are going to have a double Leah.
Yeah, you're gonna have a double me. And I'll turn off my video so it's not confusing. Okay. It is kind of amazing what we can do, isn't it?
To get the room.
All right, there we go. Okay. So now for you guys to really see this, you want to look at Leah demo. Sorry, I'm positioning this. You're going to want to click on speaker view, which is on the top right, and then click on Leah demo, which should pin it to your screen. If you click on Leah Kolber, you won't see anything. Hang on, I'm going to adjust this now. Boy, I had a still life class yesterday, and I totally changed the way my phone is usually hanging here. So here, hang on. There we are. Can everybody see cute little kitty?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm sorry, I don't see it, but that's okay.
Are you at Leah?
You need to click on Leah demo and then click on speaker view, which is in the top right of your camera, and then click on Leah demo.
And then click pin video. So it's
click pin video. Okay. So for those of you who are working in pencil, we're going to start by gridding our kitty. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then I'm going to take a picture of it and send it across the thread so you can see it. In this particular case, I'm finding the halfway point between this edge of the paper and this edge. And then I'm going to find the halfway, wait, here we go. The halfway between here and here, and the halfway. So these are really, I've divided this into 4 equal quarters. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Thank you. Now, if you are working with a blank sheet of paper and you have a ruler, you can do the same thing. You can do this on the blank sheet of paper. Then I line these up, these marks up. So what I'm doing is creating a grid of equal size squares. Oops. By lining up points that are equally measured on either side of the paper. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I realize I haven't really done this for a while, so I wanted to demo this for you guys to remind you how to do it. People like to try and measure from the middle. It doesn't really help you. You really need to go from side to side. Now I'm doing this with the source right now, but you can do it with a blank sheet of paper. All right, so you can do this with a blank sheet of paper. If you do not have a ruler, you can do this. If you don't have a ruler, you can take a blank sheet of paper, fold it in half, fold it in half again, and then fold it in half twice more. That will also do the same thing. You'll have a folded drawing, but if you don't have a ruler and a pinch, this will help you create a equal grid, equal size grid. See that? All right. And then the second thing I'm going to do is outline the first lines you're going to draw. I guess this is true if you're doing charcoal. If you're doing anything, God, she really is cute, Olga. She is a total cutie pants. Look at her face. And when you guys see it in color, she's just like, her eyes are gorgeous. And Sandra, I was thinking about you, so. So as you can see, here, I'll get, whoops. So, whoops, come here, you, stop. Can you guys still see?
Yes.
I don't see anything. Oh, now I see some person, but when I click that blue button, I don't see anything. So
Oh, you can,
I'm sorry.
there's
All right,
squares
maybe,
there. I'll explain it in the
can you
text.
explain it? That would be great.
Yeah, I'll do it in the text.
No, I don't.
Okay, great, great. All right, so now you can really see it. So these are the first lines you're gonna draw. I will take a picture of this. Hi, Jean. Hey. Welcome. Okay, so let me take this down for a second. I am going to send a thread across WhatsApp. You might see my, yes, it looks a little dark. Don't worry, I'll get back to it. I have to take the phone down. All right. So you all, I'm going to add Jean here, and then I'm going to take a picture of this. All right. Anybody else on who I haven't seen yet? Who is not on the thread? Okay. Now, here is Kitty. Photographed and gridded. So you have the grid with you. All of you should have this picture of a gridded kitty. So you're either going to redraw those and do this in pencil. For those of you who are working in charcoal, we're going to do a different technique. Let me get back up to Zoom. All right, there we go. Yay. Okay, so for those of you who are working in charcoal, and you can still grid if you want to. I'm gonna put this guy here. Put Smurfa here for the moment. Remember, you do not want to use, in this technique, you don't want to use compressed charcoal. So this, let me give you an example. This is compressed charcoal. If you can see this, I can't really get rid of it. So that's how you know it's compressed. It also feels a little heavier. Regular charcoal, soft charcoal, will feel more like wood.
Yeah.
So if you're using the charcoal technique, I'm actually going to start. This also won't work with a charcoal pencil. It really will only work with this burned wood, which is what charcoal is. It's burned wood. In fact, I have a student who lives on a farm who has a wood pile that they're always burning, and she actually just pulls pieces of charred wood from the wood pile and does these amazing charcoal sketches with it. In its reality, you'll see charcoal called vine or willow. Vine means it's made from grapevine. Willow means it's made from a willow bark, willow branches. Those are common. I use something called Bob's Red Vine Charcoal, which is made in the Pacific Northwest, in the US, where I'm from, and uses a lot of redwood trees. As you know, we've had a lot of fires here. You may know, we've had a lot of fires here lately, so that's one of the things that we do. Now, if you want to at this point, you could totally take a ruler and grid, right? You could totally take a ruler and grid the same way. I'm not going to, but you could. Just use your eraser instead of your use your eraser instead of your the point. Yeah, instead of doing a line like this, use your eraser. You'll like it. You'll be able to get rid of things more easily. Get rid of the lines more easily. So if you need it, use the eraser. If not, don't. There we go. I can see this. Can everybody see Kitty? Yeah, do that. I'm moving this up. So hopefully everybody can see Kitty here on the side. I'm gonna move it a little bit this way. There we go. So if I'm gonna start this in charcoal, what I'm gonna do, I could do two things. I could do a little sketchy outline of this red drawing here, or I could actually try to pull in the light parts of the kitty. So if I was gonna do that here, I'm trying to get in the, there we go. Can you guys see this? Am I blocking too much? Here, let me try over here. That's better. So if I wanna do kitty, I might actually try erasing the light parts of kitty first. I might do a little bit of both. I might do a little bit of sort of outlining. But I'm really gonna try using my kneaded eraser.
Och start video, ska jag göra det? Ja, jag ser mig själv i liten bild bara. Muta, just förlåt.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Diana. I think it might also be helpful if I developed. So can you see how I'm starting to just kind of work? I'm kind of working around the eye area because that's quite dark. One, two, three. Yeah. I'm getting the whole. I really love this technique. It's such a great technique. It's a lot of fun. I see down here, and I don't know if you can see it, that although this kitty is all white, unlike this side and this side, sort of between her legs there, she's less white. So notice I'm kind of working my whites in, starting from really lightest. And I'm keeping this area a little bit darker. I'll go in and erase, but it's going to be slightly darker. And then everything in here is a little bit lighter. Up here, whoa, cutie face. Oh, Olga, she looks like she knows she's lucky. She really does. She looks like she knows she's a lucky cat. If you find your eraser, this is a really old eraser, gets kind of dirty, you can stretch it out if you're using the kneaded eraser. So this is just kind of the beginning. But I'm trying to isolate the sort of lightest areas. And now I can go in with my charcoal, not my compressed charcoal, but my regular charcoal, kind of with more of, and get in the dark, go to add dark areas. I know that this is kind of a striped area here, but I'm starting it as dark, and then I'll erase out as I need to. I can see that here. It's kind of darker. Notice I'm not necessarily like doing all the ear. Just see how see what's happening as I'm starting to, look at how much this cat face is already starting to come out, even though I really haven't added very much detail. I'm coming down here, adding that like kind of little triangle. And then here's the tail. See how I'm moving around, and what I was trying to sort of say before is that I'm not necessarily, because this part of the ear is lighter, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm gonna make this ear dark and this light. And here actually the kitty hair is quite light, but I want that outline to be clear. I'm more thinking, where are the dark shapes, where are the light shapes? So that's really what I want you to get to. Oh yeah, already, it's coming out. This is kind of a funny shot. And notice I'm not really worried about fur right now. I'm more, like the fur texture, I'm more kind of worried about getting all of the major pieces in before I start working on details. So our desire is to get working on details. And notice right now, I'm kind of working this space in between the 2 feet, the 2 legs. So I'm kind of working the dark area that's underneath. This is what we call negative space. So you see how I'm like kind of working around kitty figure. Because I don't have a grid, yeah, this doesn't look right. I think this needs to come down more. Let's see. I'm gonna check 1, 2, 3. It's really 3 heads down. So I want to bring this down a little bit more, this light area down. So now I can go in with my eraser, and it's kind of more at a slant. Bring this down a little bit more. See how, oh wow, I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Like there's really almost nothing there, and already it really is looking like cat. Okay, so then now I might go in with the side. Are the kitty's eyes really this big, Olga?
Yeah, she naturally has like really very big eyes, and it's like something between like yellow and green.
They're so gorgeous. So you'll see what I'm doing here before I'm trying to draw the eye is I'm trying to get a sense of how big it is. So if you're not using a grid, what I notice is the bottom and the top of the eye are the same. If I go up 1 eye length, I'll hit the top of the kitty's head. So I know that the eye needs to be this big. And I'm really looking at that outer shape. And then I'm pretty sure when I come here to the source, yep, so it's 1 eye space in between. So perhaps, it's probably about the same size because we're looking at kitty from the front. So I might need to bring in my shape. All right. And then it's another eye space to the edge. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. So you see, I've got these things. I notice my nose, the dark part of the nose. Oh, Jean, I have a color version of the kitty. I will send it to you if you give me a minute. See how?
Can I just ask? This is Annika. I'm sorry. I see
yes.
the picture on the app on WhatsApp. I don't see it on Zoom, but I see it on WhatsApp. Is that okay?
It's only on WhatsApp right now. I'll put it up on the computer screen.
Oh, okay.
So
well, that explains it then.
Yeah, totally.
Leah, what she's saying is that she can't get to your demo because she only gets the speaker.
No, I get the demo on WhatsApp. I see the cat on WhatsApp. I don't see it on Zoom.
Yeah, but that's not
the
demo. That's just a picture.
Okay, but I see different things have been done to it. Okay.
Oh, if you're watching me do it, then that's where you want to be right now. So if you're watching me build it, are you watching me build it?
Yeah, I see like it's only pictures, but I see one of the cat, and then I see how you're done around the frames and stuff like that.
Oh no, you
So
should be
I'll
watching.
just try to work like that. Okay.
No,
And
no,
then-
oh yeah. And then
Okay.
we'll work on how to make it easier for people to jump into class with, you know what I mean? I'll work on it. We'll talk about this after class on how to make it
Okay.
easier.
I'm muting myself. Thank you.
Yes, but ask questions because this is good to know. So can you guys see how we're already? Olga, am I doing your kitty justice?
Yes.
Good.
I like it.
Pretty adorable.
I love
Pretty
it.
adorable.
It looks
So-
already so good. I love it.
I know, right? And it's so
Yeah.
little, and there's so little happening.
Amazing.
I'm tempted to stop here so I can put the, so you guys can get started and I can start looking at your work. I mean, do you guys need to see any more of how to build this out? He's really stinking adorable, totally cute. I'm gonna keep going back and forth, right? Between my, and Jean, you work on the drawing right now, and I'll, once again, as I said, I'll get you the color version of this by the time you're ready to start with the watercolor.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. I'm adding in. Notice I haven't really dealt with like the whiskers. I wait for the whiskers and the fur until I've got everything in place. And then once again, our tendency is to want to do this with whiskers, but whiskers are often light. And in this case, it's really light. So really, the whiskers aren't dark lines. They're actually things we draw with our eraser over the top. And try not to go like this, right? 1, 2, 3, because that's also not what's happening with the whiskers. Look at each of these whiskers and try to get their natural thing. You'll see that you can even see the whiskers kind of over the white of the kitty on his fur. So that just means the whiskers are the absolute lightest part with those little dark dots at the bottom. So I think this is enough for you guys to start to get construction. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on with the eyes, right? There's these dark, notice that the dark eyes have these dark, see now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want to do more. There's like this dark, almost like an eyeliner around the edge of the eyes. Remember, it's kind of dark, the pupil is dark, and it's darker than the iris. The iris is a little bit darker on this side because he's in the shadow. And on this side, there's a lovely little light area, which you'll want to erase out. He's kind of darker at the bottom, darker at the top. I can pull out my, be careful not to make your iris too big. It's easy to do that. There's this little light area, right? Everything, yeah, there we go. And just keep, it's kind of thicker, the dark edge over here, and it gets very thin down here. We can barely see it. Same here, it's kind of thicker. It's like your kitty wears makeup. All right, so having done that, let me see what is the best thing I can do. I'm gonna pull off, I'm gonna jump out of this Zoom call. I'm gonna jump out with Leah Demo, because I think you guys have seen enough. Meeting. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to my regular video. And I'm gonna put this up in color so you guys can see it. But yes, Annika, you're totally right. You can work off of those first 2 drawings that I sent you in WhatsApp as well.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. So perfect, as we say. And you're using pencil, correct?
I'm using charcoal.
Okay, great. So the really important thing to remember about drawing is that we're starting with the bigger basic shapes. The beginner mistake is to focus on the eyes and move out from the eyes from there. But there are a lot of problems with that, right? And here, I'm going to send a picture of this charcoal cat so you guys can see where it is right now. I'm going to send a picture of it. There we go. So you can see where my charcoal kitty is right now. I haven't got very far. But already I have a lot of a sense of cat. And notice where I did and notice where I got, at what points I put the eyes in. It wasn't until well after the body was defined. So there we go. So now, Annika, the second part of this is that you can take a picture of what you're working on and send it across to me on the WhatsApp thread, and then I can help you. It's easier than trying to look at it on screen because the screen, and you can also see what everybody else is doing. So everybody else can be working in whatever, we have at least one person who will be working in pastels. Diana, what are you working on today?
I'm doing my Ruth.
Okay, Diana's working on Ruth Bader Ginsburg, so that'll come through. Jean is doing this in watercolor. Some of you are doing it in pencil, some are doing it in charcoal, maybe somebody's trying ink. So you'll see different variations of all of this. I wanted to do charcoal today because we did it last week and I wanted a little continuation before we jump to okay, Annika, so I would say, so Annika, did you grid your paper? Annika, did you grid your paper? Oh, Diana, that's coming along. Her mouth is still looking a touch pursed.
I can't.
So my question is, Annika, in this drawing that you did you grid your paper or did you just try to eyeball it? Looks to me like you tried to eyeball it.
I'm sorry, it's very hard to hear you. It's cracking up. But I started much later because I couldn't get in, so I just started and I did it from the picture, and it's charcoal.
Okay, so what I would say is, you should try. I want you to try again, and this time I want you to. What kind of paper are you using? Just regular paper?
No, I got the one that was suggested, the newspaper type of newsprint. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to show you how to grid a piece of paper with charcoal. I'm actually going to put the Zoom screen back up. So what I want to know is, can you see, will you be able to, let's see.
You can't see your demo.
Yeah, she won't be able to see, right, because I took the demo off. I'm trying to decide if I take this down. Guys, I'm going to stop this share for, wait, I'm going to take a picture of this so you all have it, and I'm going to stop the share for a second. So, and then I'm going to put a demo back up. So, Annika, I want to show you. So there's
she can't see your demo. That's the problem.
Why not?
Because she can't.
I don't know. That's why I could never see it. That's why I couldn't draw after your instructions.
Okay, so hold on. Can you see me right now?
Yes. I can see you right now.
You can see me right now. So
yeah, I saw your demo earlier, Leah, but I don't see it right now.
Because I took myself off.
All right,
so
sorry.
I'll put myself back on.
Okay.
So give me a second. I'm going to jump back in, and I'm going to go back into demo mode. Yeah, Annika, Zoom is a funny thing. It's not exactly intuitive, but it is easier to use. Once you get used to it, it's like once you get used to the format, it makes way more sense. So hang on, let me get back up here, and I'm going to show you how to do a grid. All right, and what size is the paper that you're using, by the way?
It's 14 inches by 17 inches.
14 by 17. Okay, so 14 by 17, 8.5 by 11.
Do you want centimeters? It's 35.6 times 43.2 centimeters.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. This won't be an exact. You know what I want you to do? I want you to grab a piece of printer paper. Do you have it? You have that? Okay. I want you to grab a piece of printer paper and do you require, is it important for you to be using charcoal right now, or can I
No.
you back to pencil? I want you to get a piece of printer paper and I want you to get a pencil and let me show you. And it's just, your supplies are fine. It's just tricky when we're doing basics here.
Yeah.
So it's better for me to start you at the beginning. Here we go. All right, so Leah demo should be back up on the screen. You should be able to see that now. Can you guys see me? Leah demo?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Annika, can you see me? All right. Annika, go ahead and can you see me?
Annika can't see your demo.
Can you ask her to can you unmute yourself, Annika, so I can hear you?
That's her problem, is that she can only get.
Oh, now I can talk, but I can't see you on the demo, and I cannot find gallery, so I can't get in there. So I was just trying to draw from the picture I saw.
Yes, I get it. So let's get you onto the demo so that you can see the demo. So,
but I can't.
But I don't understand why. I'm there.
I don't either. But it's,
So
I didn't want to take up all this time for everyone, so I just hang up and leave.
Okay. No. Don't leave. Don't leave. Everybody else is working. They're good. So let's walk you through this, Annika, so we can get you there. So what are you looking at on your computer screen right now?
Now I see the other girl, the girl with the red sweater that I usually work with at LA Press Club.
Claudia, okay.
I see her and now I see you, and then I see myself.
Yeah, you see me. Okay, so can you?
I do not see you. No, I don't see Leah. Sorry, I saw the other girl that was working.
So you probably need to scroll your screen to see more images. Are you on a phone? Are you on a cell phone?
No, I'm on the computer. The Zoom call is on the computer and the WhatsApp is on the phone.
Yes. So how many squares do you see on the Zoom call?
I see one. I see myself.
Oh, you just see yourself.
Unless whoever talks, usually I see. Now I don't see you. I only see your name.
So now you need. Okay, that's good. So you need to click into gallery view.
It doesn't have.
Which I can't. That's the one that Diana's been trying to make me do all the time, and I can't get gallery view. Now I see Diana actually.
Have you hovered to the top of this?
I can try helping.
What's that, honey?
I can try helping. If you can spotlight the video at your end, everybody will be able to see your video, so it won't change. So basically, it will get pinned for everybody.
I have to pin for everybody. I wonder.
No, you have to spotlight it once, and then it'll get pinned for everybody, so everybody will be able to see it.
All right, hang on. Let me see what I can do. So what I'm going to do is mute everyone and see if I can, because it's obvious Annika's in speaker view and she can't get out of that. So let's mute everybody. Everybody mute themselves.
Okay.
And I will. Okay, so Annika, can you see me now? Kind of a side view. Can you see me now?
No.
You should be able to see me.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. I am muted. I wonder if I can hold on. Let me figure this out. The problem is my sound comes from my computer. Oh, yeah. So in truth, the issue is that she's going to always see my blank screen.
Yes.
Let me see what I can do here. I'm going to pull out of the meeting with via demo because there's no point in putting that up. And let's leave the meeting. Let me see what I can do to set this up. All right, so now you can see
Now
me.
I see you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so can you see this? This won't be the best because I can't get as close, but you can see this screen, right?
Yes.
Right. We are halfway there. Okay, so what I want you to do with this blank piece of paper, this blank piece of printer paper, do you have a ruler?
Yeah.
Okay, if you've got a ruler, I'm going to put this right here. I want you to find hold on. I want you to find the halfway point. Using your ruler, I want you to find the halfway point on this, on an edge, any edge. You can use inches or centimeters, it doesn't really
Okay.
matter. So in this case, so for computer paper, for American computer paper, A3, right, which is 8.5 by 11, you're going to, I find the short side is 4.25 inches. And then down here, 4.25 inches. You're going to do this on both sides.
Okay.
Okay. And then on the long side, you're going to do the same thing. Now on the long side, you can switch to centimeters because it should be 28 centimeters, which means the middle 14.
Yeah.
And then you'll do it on the other side as well. So I'm kind of marking my 4 edges, and then I can line my ruler between the 2 edges and draw a line. So I know that these boxes are all equal.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. And then, and you're doing this with your pencil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're going to find each half, and you're going to divide each half in half. So in this particular case, on the short side of a printed sheet, 4.25 is 2.2 inches. And you can do it on this side too. And then up here as well. Okay. It's a little bit tedious to get started to do this, but once you get used to it, it gets kind of relaxing. And what this is doing, well, we'll talk about it. This is good. I haven't had a chance to talk about gridding in a while, so I really appreciate the chance to be able to go back to it. What's really helpful
and then I do. Okay.
Yeah, and then you connect them like this. Can you see that well enough? Here. My little thing is dripping away.
All the grids, yeah.
Yeah, all the grids. So these are equal measurements.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do the same thing on the long side. The long side's easier because it's centimeters. It's 14, it's 28, so it's 14. It's half, so 7 is half. Yep, and same up here. And you do the same on the other side. A lot of people, when I show this technique, are like, I thought we were doing drawing, not math. I get a lot of that. But you're really going to like it because it's going to help you see kind of what the proportions are.
Okay.
Now let me see if I can, I'm going to try and boost up my camera, my main computer a little bit more so you can see a little bit better. Here, I'm going to try and position this. That's too high.
Okay.
All right, so now you've got this guy, and you have this one up on your WhatsApp screen, right? You've got this one on your WhatsApp screen. So what you're going to try and do, and you can even do this, is like you're going to try and draw this outline using the grid. So notice here, I'm actually trying to get I'm actually doing like a little connect the dots thing.
Okay.
Where the outline interacts with the grid.
Yeah.
So that, and I'm not going to try and draw this all at once, but right, like I'm going to do this. Oops, I'll ignore like that. That's what happens when you use a Sharpie marker. Right, so I'm going to one square at a time try and get the outline of this kitty in place.
Mm.
And what you'll see, and then I want you, once you've got that outline, I want you to come, let's take a look at, compare to the first one. And you'll see, you'll notice some interesting things. And Annika, the other thing you're really reminding me of, and I'm glad you did this, is that I'm going to actually create a little handout on Zoom, how to get in, what to expect, because I think that would be really helpful, don't you think, in trying to jump into these classes for the first time? I appreciate you kind of putting up with the weirdness of it, but it would be good to have like a guideline. So I'm going to do that. And I really appreciate you reminding me that I need to. And it's an easy thing to do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you'll see, can you see as I'm sketching this? And I'll even send you the picture.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it yourself. So that's what I want you to start with. I'm going to send this across WhatsApp. This will be helpful for everybody. I'll take a picture on WhatsApp so you can really see it.
Okay.
All of you can see it, so you can work with it. And in fact, you could work off of this one if you wanted to, because I have them next to each other. Here, hold on just a second. Try not to get it slanted. All right, so try that.
Okay.
And everybody else, as you're working along, send me stuff. Jean, how is watercolor going? And
it's going really well right now. Sorry, I was muted.
Oh, that's okay. You can
I'm just chatting away.
You can unmute yourself now, guys. I think we're in good shape. So the biggest thing is I'm very curious as to why we. Oh, by the way, Kaina, I love your background. That's a great background. Did you put that up yourself?
I searched it on Google.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. There we go. Olga, you sending something over? Let's see. So Olga, did you do, I'm looking here. All right. So Olga, did you do the grid or did you try to just eyeball it? Okay, so one of the things I want you to notice is that you did this kitty as if he's looking straight at the camera. But is he? He's not. His head is turned a little bit this way and he's looking up. But you put him, so I want you to look at, so how do we get this shape? We really look at, here. Where is the eye in relation to the side of the head here? And where is the eye in relation to the side of the head here? There's more side because his head is turned, right? So there's less side of this. So I want you to really pay attention to, and also it's the same, look at the shape, right? So I want you to try this again, but I want you to grid.
Okay.
So that you can, and now there's a grid on the WhatsApp thread, or I can, you know what? I can take a picture of this and actually put it up there. Here, hold on. I want you to grid so you can really see where things are. It's not that this is a bad drawing, it's just you didn't really pay attention to what's your subject is actually doing. And that has to do with paying attention to the pieces of the face that we can see and not. And I know you've probably drawn him a lot. Is it he or a she? She?
It's she. It's she. Yeah, I've been trying her a lot with watercolor, but it's always like difficult because she has a lot of whites, and that's why I'm always like making her a bit like gray because it's easier to make in watercolor.
Right, right. Oh my gosh. Maybe one day we'll do her in watercolor. Here, wait, I'm trying to take
I think I should quit her too because I made the same mistake with the
Yep,
eye.
I think you should. I think you should. So I want you guys to go back to this. So Annika, see, you're helping because I'm bringing my intermediates back to their basics. I'm trying to jump ahead too much. So notice, you guys, that is your left brain. So your left brain is telling you that this cat is doing something it's not doing. You're trying to make a pattern. You're trying to make things even, and that's not actually what's happening. Let's see. Lisa, better. Did you grid, Lisa? Lisa, which one?
I did not grid.
Okay, so, but I will say you also have the same issue. I want you to look at, so I think what you have to do is bring the face, look at the face on this side. Here, I'm gonna put this up so you guys can see it. I'm gonna put it up so you can see what I'm talking about. If you look here, look at how little space there is between the eyes. See where I'm pointing on the source? Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay, see how little space there is here? There's very little space here. There is more space here. There's basically, if you were to go across, there is one eye width between the two eyes. And then on this side, there's a full eye width. And on this side, there's a half eye width. So I think the best thing to do, Lisa, is that you've just got way too much going on the left side. You need to carve that in. And I would use, and you need to bring the ear back. You need to bring the ear farther to the right on our left side. Can you see that? So that his ear,
No, I'm confused. I'm
Okay,
confused
well,
about left and right. That's all.
our left,
Okay.
our left. So whenever I'm saying it, I'm talking about
I see your
our
cursor.
left.
Yeah.
Right. So if you'll notice what's lined up underneath the ear. So what you've done is this. See that? That's where your face comes out and that's where your ear goes. Like that. So you need to bring everything in.
Okay.
Everything in. And you need to line up his, so you need, I think the eye is in the right place, but you need to line up her eye more to about here, this part, the ear on this side.
Okay.
And then only about half an eye width between the eye and the edge of the cheek here.
Okay.
So yeah, the rest of you, I want you to, yeah, otherwise pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yep, distance is, head distance is pretty good. Also notice, this kitty is on a slant. So, whoops, hang on, get back there. So notice, if I'm lining up this outer edge of the kitty, where is that? The outer edge of the kitty, as I'm pointing, is lining up with kind of the middle of the ear here, right? So if, and the tail comes out a little farther, but even the tail doesn't come past the ear. So if you're really trying to get that slant, you're lining up where these outside edges are. Let me take a picture of this guy. Oh, actually, I have one here. I'll just have to send it to myself. Let's see. Sandra Mahler, so Sandra, you've got the same issue going. He's a little bit, his eye comes a little bit closer to the edge of the face here, and here
it's
is
wider.
where, yeah, it's wider.
Okay, I'll move the eyes again.
Yep.
I had to move them up. So you know how we say they're always lower than you think, but in this case, they're pretty high up.
They're high up, they're way high up. That's why I did a couple measurements before. So I was like,
Right.
Oh yeah, these eyes are definitely bigger. And it's the angle that she's taken the photo as well.
Right, slightly from the bottom.
Yeah, but I think that she's like really difficult kitty to draw. I was trying it for several times and every time I failed because like she's like very different, and she doesn't look like a normal cat because she has like this bigger eyes. Actually.
Yeah, she does have bigger eyes. Rashmi, this looks pretty good. If you guys see Rashmi's shape, she'll see she's really got the angle. The only thing I tell you is that this here, I'm trying to get. Give me 1 second so I can get the gridded one up on the share screen, and then I can show you guys. Hold on. Where is the gridded one? And I'll show you. I have to email it to myself so I can open it up. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to put this up and show you. I'm going to take this share down, and I'm going to pull up a different one with the grid, so you guys, so I can show you a couple of things. Give me a minute here so I can pull it up. Okay. There it is. Okay. If you guys look here, so Rashmi, this is generally really good. The only place you're off is the bottom of the face, and I'll show you. So can you see this now? Can you see the bottom of the face? Notice that the bottom of her chin is at the halfway point between here and here, and you have her chin up too high. You have you have the bottom of her face like here. And then her, otherwise, I think it's in pretty, when I'm looking at this, let's see. What's that? I tell you, this whole thing is like so challenging. Also, Rashmi, look how close the eyes go to the edge of the grid.
Yeah, and actually, I was struggling with the eyes actually.
Yeah, so look at the shape.
Is looking up. Yeah.
I'm
not able to.
So so get rid of the idea, Rashmi, that the eyes should be the same shape. They're not.
Yeah.
Right? They're not.
Yeah,
they are different shapes. So
and actually, the whole cat is in an angle. Is on an like it's not a straight cat, right?
Yeah, it's not a straight cat, not a straight cat. So really pay attention, just like everything else. Although this grid line is nice, kind of comes right through the middle.
Yeah.
So you can see, so just so stop thinking of it as an eye and start thinking about it as a shape surrounded by other shapes. Annika, I want to know how it's going for you over there. Have you got your outer shape? Let's see. Nice. Okay, so Annika, one of the things so before you do this, this is good, Annika, I want you to look at it. I want you to put your two drawings next to each other. The one you did in charcoal, and I want you to take a picture of them standing straight up over the pictures, so I don't see things at a slant, I see them looking directly down on them. So take a picture of the two next to each other so that we can see and send it across. This is going to help every student in the class right now. all of you guys are going to see gridded shape versus non-gridded shape, and notice what we do. Great work. By the way, great work, everybody, as always.
I like that you always say that no matter how much we mess it up.
Well,
we like to hear it anyway.
Well, it's true. This is the great work. You're not going to really know until you make a mistake, right? Like, you're not going to really know anything until you make a mistake. So, until you make the mistakes and know that everybody makes the mistake. We all make the same mistake. Every single one of you made the same mistake. So this must mean, this must be good. All right. Did you send it across, Annika?
I did, I thought.
Oh, yes.
No?
So what I want you to do, Annika, is take a picture with your gridded drawing right next to the charcoal drawing that you did without the grid. So I want you to put
Which
them.
I did.
Oh, I don't see it.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. It just came through. It just came through. Okay, so what is the first thing that you notice about this before you get any further?
Looks like a dwarf on the left.
Yeah. And notice how much the kitties like kind of, this looks great, Annika, by the way, this is just perfect. This is absolutely perfect, a beginning step. So what I want you to do when you're doing the eyes is notice how close to the edge of the grid the eyes come. See down here like this, where I'm pointing? So you've just automatically made them a little bit smaller. They are almost touching the grid. They're almost touching it. And I think this ear you have a little bit big. Notice that there's a space around this, right? That's important to preserve. So look at the shape at each point, and same down here. Can you see this? There is extra.
Yeah.
So this is a really important drawing concept. The concept of our tendency is to want to make everything bigger, which is why we have so many problems, right? Or make things too small. So when you're sketching this out, this area in each box that is around the subject is called negative space. And this negative space is as important in your drawing as the actual subject, because our drawing is like a puzzle and these pieces need to fit together. So when you're sketching out, make sure that your negative space here in each grid is the same shape as what's happening on your drawing. So you may want to make those corrections now. And guys, should I do the thing and turn it upside down? Should I do that to her yet, or should we let her work on this a little bit?
Poor kitty.
Oh, poor kitty. Annika, just to show you, check this out. Okay, I'm going to download this. Can you guys still see it? I'm going to stop the share and start it again so that you can see the actual photo. So check this out. I'm going to turn this upside down. So you get to turn your drawing upside down as well. Go with me here. So try, Annika, correcting the shapes by turning your drawing upside down and looking at the shapes upside down. Try that.
Okay.
And all of you guys get to do that.
It's amazing how much,
I mean,
my ear was in the wrong slant.
It's so funny when I do this to, I sometimes will do this. I have a group of kids in the US and Europe that I work with on Saturdays. And sometimes I will do this with the kids and they're all just like, no, it's an absolute violation of their whole sense of things. And then they realize it's good, right? This helps you actually see shapes. So Annika, what's happening here is that when you turn something upside down, you're more able to see the shapes. Your left brain is not telling you what to do. So Annika, I totally invite you to take, actually all of you guys, I don't know how many of you have taken my 3 beginning intro classes to drawing, but we will be teaching those on October 5th through the 12th. And I would invite you to jump into as many as you can. And if you can't make it, catch the videos, because we'll talk about all of these things, like why this happens.
So Leah, they'll be at different times?
They'll be at different times, but Sandra, 2 you should be able to catch.
Great. And I can do something else.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to, you can totally do something else. But remember, these are kind of geared towards people who have it. This is geared towards bringing people in who haven't.
Right.
So I'll try to make it varied enough so that you guys aren't, those of you who've done this before aren't bored. But have you all taken the lily drawing lesson? Has everybody here had the lily? Is there anybody who hasn't drawn the lily?
Me? I haven't. I missed that class. I was on leaves that time. When
excellent. And Hannah, you have
did you hear?
Yeah,
I have
Nina, you
also
want to have it. So you guys, this is my ultimate. I know Claudia has taken it with me. I was trying to figure out how to videotape it. It's a tricky one to videotape because there's so many steps.
Yeah, that's quite a famous class. I mean, everybody spoke in Bangalore about it.
Right, right.
So
So
yeah, everyone's desk had that picture, like whatever they'd drawn in that evening class.
So I'll probably do one of those because it really does. For those of you who have taken it, would you agree it helps establish the parameters?
Actually, it really helped seeing what other people did, because I botched it up and it was very useful. Some people did it really well.
Right. Some people did
You know,
it
the
well.
shading and how the shading, in fact, completely makes the difference.
Exactly. But also paying attention to shape and form, right? It's paying attention to shape and what to start with and how to start. These are like the Willy is really the outline of how all of this should be, like how basically all drawings should be started. And so I like it because it kind of outlines the basics. I mean, then we have to keep relearning them, right, until they make sense to us, but it's an introduction. So anyway, there will be one of those. How's it going working upside down, guys?
Much better. I mean, I can figure out the eyes now.
Excellent. See, so so Rashmi, what's happened is you've moved from thinking about them as eyes to shapes.
Yeah.
Right? And even though you still intellectually know they're an eye, the problem is not that, you know, it's not really that they're eyes that are different. The problem is that you have an idea in your head, a left brain concept of what an eye is, and it's fighting you on to see what's actually happening. It's so interesting. Oh my God, and Hermes is so cute right now. I'm gonna take a picture and show you guys, hold on. I think I've finally gotten over the shock of new kitten motherhood. I'm really enjoying him now. Like even Muka seems to be a little bit like, okay.
It's amazing the difference it makes. For a long time, I lived with all cats, and one of the things I would do, for instance, when I went to work, is check where they were to make sure they didn't go out with me. And I would think, oh, they're just across the room, so you know I can go out leisurely. And then I got a kitten, and I thought, oh, it's just across the room. But within seconds, he was outside with me. They move very differently.
They move so differently and so fast. And he does all this. Oh, yes.
Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Me.
Hi, Julia.
He's getting big.
He is really getting big. He eats a lot. He eats a lot.
So does my dragon, but he's short and fat. He's very little, but kind of bulky.
Yeah. Oh, God, they're so
I've never had
funny.
a cat eat so much.
Yes. So, Annika, what you don't know is I adopted this kitten about 4 weeks ago, and my whole life turned up. So I have an older cat who hates it.
Don't fight.
It was just, it was completely traumatizing.
Don't fight.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And but now he seems to be, he's not exactly settling down, but I'm just more used to him, more used to what I have to do. You're right, you have to keep an eye.
Very different animals.
Yes, Kaina, what's up? Did you lower your hand? Did you raise your hand for something?
No,
You just did it for fun. Can you do the little thumbs up?
What?
There's other thing. It looks like you had your hand raised on your
Thumbs up like that?
Yeah, you can do a thumbs up. You want to? Yeah, there we go. So back to basics. Let's remember that. Let's not get too cocky in our understanding of shape. let's really pay attention to those outside first shapes.
Had hij het verkeerd?
Good job, everybody.
I've put photo of my drawing in the.
Oh, you sent a photo of your drawing. Let me see. Oh yeah, I see it, honey. All right, so grid looks pretty good. So kind of, I would say, did you turn your drawing upside down and check it? Check what's happening.
I actually made it upside down.
You did it, you drew it upside down? Excellent. So I'm looking here. So to me, it looks like, hold on, I need to turn your drawing upside down so I can look at it with the screen being upside down. View in gallery. Oh wait, I want to rotate it. That's what I want to do. Okay, nope, I want to rotate it. Rotate. Rotate. Okay, so when I look at this upside down, I think you just want to get darker with the nose here, right? And your mouth. And notice that parts of the eye, like this eye is darker. I see that you've sort of got that, but you could make your iris a little bit darker and then make a kind of thicker dark line around the edge of the kitty here. And then see how the eye kind of comes, instead of being like an almond, it kind of comes up. So correct the eye shape on this side, the side I'm pointing at right now. Okay, kind of really good. And then add in your darks, add in your mouth, make your mouth darker. And if you want to, notice here kind of that these areas are darker in between the two legs. So you want to add these darker shapes. Maybe you can do that by taking your charcoal and drawing around the bottom of the legs so that you distinguish the legs from the back of the body. Good job. Oh, did I'm sorry, somehow, oh wait, no, I did not send it again. Okay, just look at this. Better, Annika. Better. So you're working on the darks. See how much better it is? And notice your surprise, right? Like where things are. Like that is the fascinating thing. So, right. Of course, now the next thing you're doing is focusing on making the dark areas dark to distinguish them from the light areas. And then you can, and notice, you can see, even in this white area, how this area is slightly darker. I can see you starting to get that, those shapes into place. Yeah, it does it surprise you where things are?
Yes.
Yes. So that's the
very
drawing.
much.
Yes. So this is the drawing. This is the value of drawing with a grid. It teaches you pretty quickly to question what you think is happening on the paper. And we learn ways later on how to measure it. I see you sent this to me individually. Can I send? Do you mind if I send this to the group?
No, that's fine. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Check it out, guys. She did good, huh? She's definitely. Jean. Oh, kitty. It's looking pretty good. I
mean, it's not great, but.
So what I would do is, it's not bad though. So I'm just looking at like how I would, so his face is a little bit, yes, I like it. There's a lot of things I really like about it. Face is a little bit too small.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is draw with a grid, do another drawing really quick. And then the other thing I would say is, what if you started with the eyes as yellow and then you brought in greens on top? You know what I'm saying? So you can get some of this bright yellow. and also preserve this little white here, right? So start with kind of a yellow, a much yellower, lighter color in the eyes, and then you can darken in the areas that are dark, and you'll have more of that, the actual sort of yellow green of her eyes, if that makes sense. Try it.
Okay.
I like it, but it's good
right now because I'm going to have to go back to work. But I'll try it. I will
Okay,
try
but
it again.
and I'm going to email you right now the picture so you have it.
Okay, great.
I can email it, or I might send it to you on Facebook. Actually,
that works too.
Be unable to.
Bye, everybody. Nice to
Bye,
see you.
Jean. Great work. Great work today. Really great work. I can see watercolor is one of those things you'll like. That's awesome. Okay, better,
Leo,
Sandra.
Does it look in the right place?
I'm looking. I'm actually looking at it upside down to see if I can see.
So I did it with pencil because if I do pastels, I can't use charcoal.
Ears look great. Head looks great. Eyes look great. Nose seems big. Nose seems a little big, but maybe that will.
I just made it smaller as
and he's and her chin is a little more pointed. It's kind of hard to see here. This shape, can you see that? So you have her more sort of flat across, but the chin is actually more pointed like this, where I'm pointing.
Thank you. I can see. Oh yes, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything else looks great.
Better.
Everything else looks great. Looks great to me. Great.
Great, thanks.
Lisa. Okay, so Lisa, I'm going to look at yours upside down, and it's going to tell me everything I need to know.
All right. Well, I know I got to move the nose over.
So the other thing is that you have the tail, right?
Yes.
See, I don't even have to. So everything needs to move over.
Yeah.
This shape, you have this shape is massive.
Yes, I do.
Massive triangle. It's really just a small triangle. But the face looks good. The face looks good, really good. I love the eyes, looking great. Now you really have that expression, the expression of this particular kitty in this particular mode. Very nice. Good work, you guys.
Well, her eyes are so round. I mean, compared to all the faces we've done, I feel like her eyes
are that's
rounder.
why I had to. That's why I had to grab it. So I was like, oh my God, this one. My boyfriend took this picture of him. My boyfriend took yesterday, and I think it shows his personality much more clearly.
You have to send it to us?
I'm sending it here. Hold on. Sending it now. Here we go. This is what he normally is doing.
Wow. His eyes are almost gray in that picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they turning?
What?
Are they turning?
Nope, he's still blue. That's just the light. It must be the light in there.
Right.
Yeah. But
that's a great picture.
Insane look on this. It's like it's normal. He's like, ah. I mean, now he's totally cute because he's sleeping and quiet, but let's see, Needy, I'm going to turn your, it looks pretty good, but I'm going to turn it upside down so I can see how well you followed shape. All right. So Needy, one of the things, did you grid?
No.
Okay, so if you look at your drawing upside down, you're going to see that you don't have the slant enough. So if you can see here, I'm pointing at the slant. So this triangle of dark lines up with the cheek here, and then lines up at the cheek here and comes in, right?
So I need to push it
you need
inside.
to push it to, yes, if you're looking at it upside down, you need to push it to the right. So if you're looking at it the way I'm looking at it. However, I like the face.
Yes.
Also, I think, is that true? Wait, hold on, let me check. And I feel like, yeah, take a look at this. This side looks okay. Make this a little bit lighter, this part. So, here we go. Notice that this paw, look at this shape, right? Take your dark and really shape out the paws here. Yep. Good job. Good job, guys. You're doing it. Okay, Olga. Good, Kaina. Are you ready to stop on this, Kaina, or do you want to keep going?
No. I was thinking about keep going.
Yeah. No, sorry. I was saying to Kaina if she wanted to stop on it. Here, hold on, Olga. Let me take a look at yours. I was looking at Kaina's. I just wanted to know how much more she wanted to do.
I don't know.
I feel like you could do more. So look at the ears. You see how the ears have some light and some dark. You can see how this stripes kind of come all the way across, right? So right now you've just got light. And if you want to, you can draw a line around the bottom edge of the face. Even though we can't really see it very well, you can do that so that we can see. And then of course there's whiskers in dark, and then the light of the charcoal, of the eraser. So I think those are the things you can do, Kaina. Oh, Natalia, nice. Okay, hang on. Sorry, Olga, I got caught up. Let me look at yours. So Olga, your face is, when I turn this upside down, so the slant is really good. Let me start out by saying you got the slant, but the face is too small. Because if you'll look here, you'll see that this is almost half, the face is almost halfway down. So bring that down, and then I think you got everything. Yep, everything else looks pretty good. This is lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this shape looks good. That shape looks good. You see how I'm, this could be a little thicker. This paw could be a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And look at this shape. And look, so look at the relation, look at that negative shape to get the bottom. Very nicely done. Good job. Good job, guys. It's interesting how just a little thing can change things so much.
Yeah, I mean,
Natalia. Oh, lovely, Natalia. But bring her.
Yeah, something is off.
Yeah, I'm just looking at what it is. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. The paws need to come down a little further. So if I look at this upside down, yeah, she's looking a little, it's cute. Now, don't get me wrong. I like it. This is all good. But the paws, yep, this paw comes, really, this paw comes all the way down. The tail comes in front of it.
Yeah, the black.
So, yeah, so work this, so work this shape, and then you've got it.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Very nice. So cute. Good job. Annika, how's it going over there? Oh, Rashmi, lovely.
Thanks.
Lovely, Rashmi. Great. Oh, yeah, here he is. He's coming along. Very nice. Very nice. Good corrections. So you can make your darks. Good job.
Can I just say I'm so grateful for this technique I never used it before, but I just love this.
You mean
the
upside down
triangle.
thing? It's
Yeah,
amazing,
I
isn't
never
it?
did it, and I
It's
just
amazing. Yep.
really.
It's so helpful. So Annika, I'd say just, oops, sorry, push your darks. So make your, see how dark everything is here? It's mostly dark on this side. So you can get that shape. It's kind of like there. And it will be almost as dark as what's happening in the eyes. So now you're going to do what we call pushing the values. So a value is a lightness or darkness of any color. There's probably 5 values, starting with the lightest, the whitest, going up to 5, the darkest. So you want to really, this is really not much white. It's mostly dark. You can make this whole thing dark and then bring your pencil eraser in to add these 2 little light areas.
Okay.
Yep. Good job. Great job. Do you have any drawing experience, Annika, or are you a beginner?
None. I mean, I've always liked drawing, but I've never really learned anything.
Cool. How does this feel?
Draw upside down is the best.
Yeah. I do a whole lesson on that. I'll do a beginning lesson on drawing upside down.
Natalia, that looks fantastic.
Thank you.
It really does.
Thank you.
It's so great. All right, we're going, actually, wait, 8:30. Wait, we start 8:30, 9:30. Yes, we have 25 minutes left. So you guys have plenty of time. If anybody wants another photo, I can send over the other photo of Cutie Pants here, Miss Cutie Pants. I liked this one. I debated doing this one. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to turn this upside down, Claudia, so I can see it. Nope. Oh, I'll do that right here. Rotate. Rotate. I'm trying to decide. The white shape looks good. Claudia, nip this in a little bit. You see the area that I'm pointing to? Nip that in a little bit. I mean, everything looks pretty good, right, in the right shapes. So what's interesting to me is it still feels like you could pay attention to the edges here. Oh, you're using, this won't be an exact translation because you're using European paper, right? So it's a different, it's a different size than 8.5 by 11.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I were you is bring up his nose a little bit and the mouth. I love the direction. And then now I want you to be paying attention to edges, like where this light edge meets this dark edge. Right, where this edge, pay attention. So maybe use a pencil, a charcoal pencil. Maybe use something that makes it slightly raggeder. You can also do an outline around the feet if you want to. So work to kind of push the edges of the cat, the inside edges and the outside edges. Sometimes you're going to use a hard line. Sometimes you're going to use a soft, scrubby line. So good. And bring up his mouth and nose just a touch.
Okay.
That's good, kind of. That's really good. You can keep going if you want to. I can tell you more things to do, or you can stop and do. Oh, you know what, kind of? Make this area really dark. The tail. Can you go over with your charcoal and really scrub that? Make that super dark. Ah, here's one of the bangles.
Nice.
Who is that? Dragon?
That's lion.
Lion.
I'll show you.
So next time we'll do Muka. I promised Sandra we would do all animal. We would do a lot of animals in this particular block of classes because they're great and satisfying. And because you guys have worked so hard.
That means no faces, no portraits?
We're done with portraits. However, if you want to do portraits, like if you want to work on that one of your mom, you can work on that during class and I can help you with that. So you can stop now and start doing it. Or so the demos, Needy, are only suggested to sort of push skills in a certain way. You do not have to do them. If you have a project you want to work on, do it. You can see Sandra's doing hers, Diana's doing hers, Jean picked watercolor instead. So you can do whatever you want and I'll help. So if you want to work on your mom's portrait, go ahead and send that to me now across the thread.
I have sent it to you separately, you know, it's
not you have?
Can
you send it across the thread so we can all see it?
Oh God.
It's important.
It's not good.
People. Oh, come on. Send it over.
It's not nice at all.
Send it over. Send it over. No one's judging here. No one is judging. We're looking at your process. We're not interested in perfection.
We're not interested in perfection?
We would like to do as well as we can. Oh, there we go. Good.
I'm trying to correct mine, but I'm not sure.
Needy, can you do me a favor and put the drawing right next to the photo so I can see both?
Okay.
So put them next to each other, photograph them and send them so I can look at them together. And you need to too as well.
I don't know how to do that. Maybe let me
just
form
take
a collage or something.
Aren't they both next to each other or are you working off a computer? Or are you working, you don't have a printout?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Let me see if there's a collage facility.
That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. If you can. If you can't, then I can print them out and look at them. I feel my first instinct is that the nose might be slightly too low. But I don't actually know if that's true. The mouth and the nose look slightly low. This is pretty good, actually. And the eyes look a little big.
Okay.
A little bit tall, too tall. They look okay
width-wise. They're okay, right?
Yeah, okay. Mostly. Although look at all the dark that's around them, right? So there's all these shadows. So this is a great picture to draw because you've got these great shadows over the face and then the upper lid line coming out like a little light shape, right? So make sure you darken that enough. So her eyes look too big because they're filling up too much of that space. Really, you should be paying attention to the shadows as well as the shape of the eyes. So the first thing I'm thinking, so in the meantime, I'm looking at this, I'm doing measurements. Yep, eyes are right down the middle, nose. So her chin comes up a little. I feel like her nose might be a touch on the low side. I'm looking here. Yep. I would bring her nose up a smidge, which will bring her mouth up just a smidge.
Okay.
Okay. And then really work on, this is pretty good actually, honey. It's pretty good. I'm looking at I'm checking proportions right now, so I'm doing a bunch of things. So her face is quite wide, so I want to make sure that here.
It's a very complicated face, Leah. It's not a straight face.
She's also your mother.
Her face is a reflection of her personality, I would say. I always tease her.
She's fierce. You've actually, proportions are in pretty much the right places. So you've got it. So I would just dial the eyes back just a little bit smaller. Pay attention to those dark shapes around them. Hey, There we go. Needy, that's good. Who just sent this in? That says you. Okay, you just sent in the picture of the kitty. Looks good. So I would say, and what I want you to pay attention to is look at the strong dark line that's going all the way up the middle of her face. Can you see how she's really in darkness, that whole what looks like our right side?
I don't know where exactly, which line are you talking about?
I'm talking about if you drew a line down the middle of her face, from the middle of her forehead, one side of the face, the right side of the face, is significantly
It's a bit dark.
Yeah. So you need to get that. So pay attention to that and notice you need a little bit more space under the chin. You need to bring the mouth up. You need to bring the nose up, and then really pay attention to that dark. Everything on this side of the face, on the right side, on our right side, is darker.
Yeah, because there was no light.
And the darks and the dark areas on the light side of the face are still dark. They're just not as dark as the dark side of the face. Got that?
Yes.
So you can.
That's a shading thing that we need. Yeah.
It's a shading thing. Yep.
So I need to move nose and mouth a bit up.
A little bit up.
And little bit up, and shorten the length,
this line,
shorten the dullness of the eyes.
Eyes, and do that by getting the dark shapes around the eyes, right? Get that darkness around those dark shapes around the eyes, and then pull out the little upper lid, which is this little light line with the. Very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can totally do that. You can totally do that. If you want to just work on something like this during class meeting, you do not have to do.
Yeah, I actually want to learn this, and I want to learn everything, Leah.
Well, yeah,
I'm a very greedy person. I'm very greedy, When I look at the sky, I see like how to draw the sky. I feel the patches as if they're falling. That's why my first question was how to do a 3D.
Right.
I can see that the blue is different from white, but to flare up or to get that impression of blue, I need to have some three-dimensional element into it, because the blue looks like it's falling, the dark one, the black clouds are falling compared to the white one.
So here's the question you need to answer yourself. You're not working 3D, you're working 2D. So the question is, what are your tools to create the illusion of 3D on a flat surface? What are your tools? You have 3. What are they?
A flat surface to create 3D.
No.
Sorry.
So you're trying to create 3D, but you're not working 3D. You're working flat. So what are the tools that you use to create the illusion of 3D?
It's like slanted lines, maybe, that can help.
Okay. I want you to write this down.
I need to fetch up.
Down. I want you, and this is why you should do all these lessons, because in every single lesson I am emphasizing these things in this order. You need to get your shapes right. So the first thing is to get the overall shapes of all your subjects right. Not what you think they are, but actually what they actually are. So the shapes need to be correct. The next thing is you need to pay attention to areas. You need to pay attention to the values of things. So once you get your major shapes right, you need to get your values correct. That means the dark shapes, the shapes that are dark have the right shape and the right value of darkness. The shapes that are light have the right shape, and they are the right level of lightness or darkness. So
this
first
is what
it's
I
shape.
need to learn. Yeah.
So you need to get into your mind. Stop thinking 3D. That's not what you're doing. You're confusing yourself with your language right now. You need to pay attention to shape. You need to pay attention to values. And then you need to pay attention to edges, where you see, for example, a light area meeting a dark area. You need to pay attention to the detail of those areas first. So you need to pay attention to where the edge of your subject meets the background. You need to know the difference between hard and soft edges. That's all you need to do. So hopefully you will never again ask me, how do I make something look 3D? Because that's not the right question. The right question is, how do I make this drawing, look like what it is? And the answer is always going to be, did I get my shapes right? Did I get my values right? And then once I got all those things, I start adding more detail, either a soft or a hard edge next to where light areas meet dark areas.
Okay.
Is that area hard or soft? So write that down and keep that in mind. In every lesson, I emphasize this. Remember, how did everybody screw up at the beginning of class? They didn't pay attention to their outer shape. Everyone, virtually everyone missed the outer shape. So the first thing you have to pay attention to is shape. And then the next thing you have to pay attention to are the major light and dark areas. Where are they? What are their shapes? What is their value? Right? Until you get that stuff down, you can't get any illusion of 3D correct. So every single lesson, the reason I recommend doing every single lesson, so maybe you have some projects going, is that you need to think of everything that way. You're gonna stop saying, I don't know how to do eyes, or how do I do clouds, or how do I do this or that. You're gonna start thinking, what are the shapes? Where are the lights and darks? What's happening at the edge between lights and darks? Is it soft or is it hard? Every drawing problem has the same set of solutions.
Oh, that's very valuable. Yeah.
Isn't that helpful? Yeah.
It is. It's like whenever I look at things, I always get confused. Like this part is dark and it appears to be falling. It's like different from the rest of the the sky, because this is the cloud. And how would I make it?
Right. So instead of thinking cloud, and look at shape and value and edges. Shape, value, edges in that order.
And Leah, will you be teaching us colors as well? I see some people make very good portrait, Claudia and all. Like, so I want to learn that.
Yes,
as I told you, I'm a greedy person. If you want me to put 4 hours, I can do that.
Well,
I can spend the whole night doing it. But
yes, I will talk about. Yes, we'll talk about colors. We'll spend a lot more time doing that in January, because January through June is the painting units. So you guys will all follow what I have. I like people to do 6 months of drawing before they go to painting. So you guys are basically getting your 6 months of drawing in, and then you're going to go to painting in January. But there are lessons. There are some people doing painting now, so you can jump into the YouTube and see which ones those are, and jump in and do any lesson that you want. But from the basics, from the beginning, color, which is a whole set of things, that will start in January. Although that's not totally true. We'll be working with pastels in November. So we'll actually start with drawing and color in November. Yeah.
I actually sent a video of the updated.
Well, let me see, sweetie. Hold on. I see. Hey, nice. Kind of, it's good. Do you want to keep working on it, or do you want to stop? Where are his whiskers and his and the little dots here?
Dots?
The little dots and the whiskers. See, there's little dots right here.
I love kindness. I think it's so interpretive.
Yeah, it's great. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that if you want to keep going, this is where you go. Yep. So if you want to keep going, you need to get those dots in there, and then these white eraser lines for the whiskers. Or you can stop. Better, Olga, better. Very nice shaping. Oh. So I feel like, Olga, your kitty's eyes are too small. But am I wrong on that? You need to make them a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So what I did is actually measure the distance from here to here. And then I saw that it was basically 1 eye length to the top. So if I went up 1 eye length, it was basically 1 eye to the top. So you want to make your eyes, I'd say, just a bit bigger.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Good, but very nice shaping other than that. Great progression. Really good, Rashmi. Great fix. So yeah, same for you, Rashmi.
Yeah.
You need to bring down the forehead even more.
Yeah, I just realized
Down
it's
the
like 5 or
forehead.
6.
But I like how you got the eyes. Lisa, nice corrections. Wonderful, wonderful. Notice that his little mouth, Lisa, you have his little mouth very close to his nose.
Yeah.
It should go down a little bit.
Okay.
Not quite as, and then what about getting these lines in here? This kind of vasey shape to his nose.
Okay.
Very nice, but great shapes. Great job, you guys. You're really killing it. You guys are doing great. This is really good. These are good. You're reminding me that we need to go back to basics. We do need to continue to return to basics to make sure everybody's picking up on that.
Back to the coffee cup, Leah.
Back to the coffee cup. I was just teaching a perspective drawing class. So if you guys want to learn perspective, there are lessons up on the YouTube.
Yeah, I was seeing that cylinder perspective drawing.
Yep, yep. And so that's the coffee cup. And the joke behind that is that after I've been painting about 10 years, I've been painting about 20, mostly self-taught, like you guys. I went to Eastern Europe and spent 5 years meeting as many artists as I could to teach me how to draw properly, because my painting was pretty good, but my drawing wasn't that great. And one of my teachers when I lived in Armenia was this guy who lived in a tiny village about 2 hours away from the main city of Yerevan. So once a week I'd get on a little rickety bus and get out there, and he and I would meet at a hotel because he spoke Russian and Armenian and I only spoke English. So we would have somebody translate and I would pay him to give me lessons. And he was like, let me show you how to draw. Let me show you how to draw faces. And so he had me draw a skull and he looked at it and he went, yeah, no, coffee cup for you. You got to go back to the coffee cup. And like, he made me do the coffee cup.
And now you do that with perfection.
And now I do it with perfection, right? The coffee cup. But it was like, oh, I've only been painting 10 years and now you say I have to go back to the coffee cup. But he was absolutely right. I had to get back to the coffee cup. The coffee cup was integral to my being able to go forward in my drawing. So now there is a lesson on how to draw a coffee cup. It's called the Perspective Cylinders lesson, and you can take it, or maybe eventually I'll give it to you live. Going back to the coffee cup. We've got a couple more minutes. So everybody, can you believe an hour, 2 hours has gone by?
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I would highly recommend you guys doing every lesson that you can that's on YouTube. Like there's probably 15, this lesson will go up. There's probably 15 or there's probably 10 or 15 lessons up, and I'm putting up lessons as fast as we make them to get more practice at all of these subjects. But remember, each one of these lessons, when I pick a subject, we're still doing the same thing. We're still focusing on shape, value, and edges, hard or soft. So those are the things in every lesson that we focus on. And notice your tendencies to want to push things in directions that aren't really happening. It's so interesting. Oh yeah, kinda. I think that was the crowning touch. Are you happy with it? Kinda. Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's good. Really good. Oh. Rashmi, that's looking great. There you go. Rashmi, I really love the eye, how you've got the eyes, that quirk of the head. You've really got the shape of the head there. There we go, Olga. There we go. Olga, notice this shape. Here, I'm going to turn this right side up for a second. Really notice this shape. We want to draw eyes like almonds, but they aren't really almonds. This is more like a, I don't know, hexagon. It's like a straight line up, over, down, over, in.
It's like a speaker cone, like
yeah.
like a little bit of a speaker cone, but
it
not
is. It is. So really notice, we want to make eyes like an almond shape because that's how we think of them. But we all know by now, because you've all been through some lessons on eye drawing, that eyes are not almond shaped. And particularly when they're at different levels, they're usually, really pay attention to this shape, or like a strange kind of diamond. Right? Pay attention to that. That's what's going to get your kitty. All right, my sweets, let us pull down the share. I think you all have this on your, so the nice thing is everybody should have what they need on WhatsApp. And Diana, can you help Annika find, I'm sure Gallery View is there somewhere, unless you're using a really old.
We'll do it, we'll do a private Zoom and try.
Yeah. And then you can help her with that. But also I will create a little cheat sheet for people who are new coming on with all the information that I can email to all the coordinators. So you can give that to anybody who you know who's new.
I think her problem is that she's using an old version of Chrome.
I bet you're right. Yeah, I bet you're right. So she probably literally. So Annika, how'd it go today? Hold her up. Hold it up. Let's see. Everybody, hold your drawings up. Let's see them. Hold your drawings up. Oh, Ruth is coming along. You guys. Oh my God, they're wonderful. Needy, turn on your video so we can see. It's wonderful. Oh, Sandra, you got it. Ruth is coming. I really feel Ruth now. I feel her now. Really wonderful, you guys. Hold them all up. Take a look at your, Annika, that's a great drawing. Great. Wonderful. Rashmi, wonderful. You guys, great work today.
Is my drawing visible to you, Leah?
Yeah, a little bit invisible.
Thank you, Leah.
Great work today. This video, there we go. This video will be up. Nice. Yay. This video will be up within a few hours as soon as I convert it and then get it up on YouTube. So you can find it if you want to do this again. Or go look at the YouTube link and see all the other videos that are there. Take another class. Kinda looks so awesome. Looks really great.
Yeah,
very happy. Needy, great. All of them. You guys, great work today. Great progression. Do you see how we are returning always to this concept of shape, value, and edges, right? That's all it is. That's all like painting and drawing is. Shape, value, edges. Get the shapes right, get the values right, and pay attention to the edges where light meets dark, and you have your finished work.
What is the cat's name that we drew today? What's her name? I just missed it.
Smurfa.
Smurfa. Smurfa.
Oh.
Smurfa. It's really cute. Smurfa.
Does it mean something, or is she named after the Smurfs?
Like after the Smurfs.
She looks a little Smurfy. She looks a little Smurfy. She's a lucky cat. All right, you guys, we'll see you next week, I hope, on Thursday, right?
Wednesday.
Or Wednesday. A Wednesday for sure. This group will meet on Thursday. And what will we be doing? We'll do perspective drawing lesson. We're going to do a drawing lesson on how to draw the road. How to draw roads and cubes and things like that. I think you're going to really like it. Lisa's taken it. What do you think, Lisa? Do you think it's good? Helpful?
Yeah, it's actually one of my favorite things, I think.
All right.
But
So
yeah.
With that kind of advertising. Yes, kind of.
So next week, what time will the classes
be? It'll be half an hour later for you. So it'll be 9:30 p.m. and it'll be on Thursday. Okay. All right. So we switch off. We either go 9 p.m. on Friday, and then the next week we'll go 9:30 p.m. on Thursday for you. Okay. All right, you guys.
Okay.
Take care of yourselves.
Thank you.
Great work. Annika,
Thanks,
welcome
guys.
to the class. I hope you'll join us again.
Oh, I sure will. Thank you.
Wonderful. Great.
Thank you, Leah. Bye-bye.
Thanks.